It's like my third attempt at the video. I just recorded a whole video without actually hitting the record button. Ain't that a bitch? But anyway, that's what happens when you try and do too many things at once. I'm out here cleaning my car up. It's a car show today in Columbus, Ohio. It's cold and frosty here. It's been raining all morning. I don't want to take my car to the car wash right now because, well, it's going to get so damn dirty driving it back home. There's no point in taking it to the car wash. I don't want to wait until showtime because then I'm going to be behind the 8 ball. But anyway, as I was saying in my previous 2 videos that you'll never see because I didn't hit record, last night, the Terrence Crawford fight went how I expected it to go. Terrence Crawford likes to get in there, take those first couple of rounds to feel somebody out, and then turn up the pressure. He was keeping, when you're fighting a southpaw, we all know the position of your lead foot is crucial. Terrence Crawford won that position 99% of the night. His foot was always outside of Benavidez. He was always in the better position to land in punches and score. Now, Benavidez, I thought, spent a lot of time. Now, he did try to walk Terrence Crawford down for a little bit. That wasn't working out for him. So he decided to kind of retreat. And he spent there's a few times where he decided to kind of lay on the ropes and lower Terrence Crawford in. But I noticed that he didn't go to that game plan until his movement stopped. Now Benavidez claims that he didn't, that he tweaked his leg in the 7th round, I think he said. But all night, man, Terrence Crawford was landing body shots. And those body shots paid dividends in the second half of the fight. Now, there was a few instances where Benavidez landed some solid body shots. And at one point, I can't remember the round, but he landed a solid body shot on on the belt line for Bud. And I don't know, man, to me, it looked like he might have hurt him with that body shot. But nonetheless, Crawford, finished the fight out, did what he needed to do. Again, his foot was out in position all night to give him the best position to throw punches. He didn't fall, or he didn't get caught by too many crucial counter shots from Benavidez. That uppercut that he landed at the end that hurt Benavidez and knocked him down, that was a shot that was there all night. I seen Bud throw it a few times earlier in the fight and it just didn't connect, but it connected when it mattered, and, well, you see what the result was. So overall, definitely a good showing for Terrence Crawford. I did see Benavidez land a few heavy punches on Bud that I didn't like. I don't know how much more of an effect that would have if he was in there with like an Errol Spence. Because that's the next big fight that we want to see. But Benavidez landed a few hooks and straight rights that, that are not punches that you want to see your fighter taking. But overall, Bud, again, he did what he had to do. He was the busier fighter. He ended up being more accurate, I thought, at the beginning of the fight. There was a lot of punches that Bud threw that would normally land that did not. In the end, though, again, the shots that mattered landed. He stayed with his attack. Man, he's just a smart fighter, man. You give him those couple of rounds, he sees what you're going to throw, feels your power, sees what adjustments you try to make, and then it's like he just adjusts on the fly and just has a whole nother gear that he hasn't shown you yet. That's what I love about Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford is a fighter. He's a killer in the ring, not somebody that I would want to face off against. And to be honest with you, at this point, I don't want to see any fights other than Terrence Crawford fighting Errol Spence. I don't want to see either one of them fight anybody else. You know, it'll be interesting to see, man, because I mean, I think Bud is a smarter fighter. I think he's a better boxer, but Errol Spence can definitely box, you know, and he's more powerful, you know. Stronger guy, you know, the natural welterweight, and, you know, actually walks around bigger than that. So I can't wait to see that fight. Hopefully it gets made soon. It's all up to the promoters, at least according to Bud. And at the end of the day, we know that, right? But I would have liked to seen him actually, you know, say, hey, I want Errol Spence. He said he wants to fight anybody, but I was looking forward to Bud actually calling out Errol Spence, you know. So we'll see what happens next, you know. But I thought last night's fight was a great fight. You know, Benavidez is definitely a game young fighter. He'll be back. I don't think he was ready for somebody like Bud, but, you know, he came out, he put on a good showing, and Bud did what he always does.